Islam Sheikh doing Basude. Islam. How are you doing? Today we had nuggets. Yeah, I got through eating nuggets. I just fell asleep. I was so tired. So, I, I guess what I want to say, I was trying to see what's the best angle. Uh, I fell asleep. Literally, I was so tired from today. This week, I'm off. I'm off work tomorrow, and I was just really, really tired. Um, well, I guess what I want to tell you today is, I guess some of the things I'm deciding to do spiritually, like study thoughts. Um, I can't tell you it's extended stay or formerly extended stay Admiral Suites. Um, Times my dreams been manipulated. The manipulation in reference to seeing those have sex have decreased, or my genitals being attacked, but still a form of manipulation of dreams. And then when I wake up hearing a Spanish male accent, and lately a female male accent, and more so people saying Dora close and around the room. And it's so odd because I work with a person from El Salvador named Dora. I'm not accusing her of being Dora. It's just like hearing them say definitely physical, seeing them, and also hearing a frequency or accent or somewhere close in or around the room say Burger King. Definitely hear. I mean, I've heard them. Heard people be outside saying Burger King, and I saw them outside. So, but lately, more so than ever, hearing someone say Dora, like like there's a female named Dora that that is being that obviously is some type of weapon, some type of weapon of some sort that's being used. That could, I find it odd because I would when and then I started to hear an accent that definitely sound like Spanish accent, possibly of a female, closer around the room. And once again, I work with someone named Dora. She's from El Salvador. Um, and I work with a person named Abel from Mexico. Naomi and Dylan. They said their parents are from Mexico. Um, at Burger King. Uh, which is owned by a Chinese American named Janelle. Or she said that's what she told me she was. And then the pale skin male, which is her husband named Carl. And they have a son named CJ who is the scheduler. Um, Thomas, African American black male, unless he claim a nationality. James, African American black male, unless he claim a nationality. Phyllis, African American black female, unless she claim a nationality. James and Phyllis are the ones that have I've heard or experienced, possibly or definitely are connected to the United States Navy or Army, Navy and Army, the military in Annapolis. I'm not sure about Thomas. I just know that he know people that are connected to the Navy and Army, um, in Annapolis, males, or they know, or it seems as though they know one another because they communicated. I've seen them communicate with him, but I don't know if he's ever been in the military. Um, so lately, I've been hearing definitely someone saying Dora, and then hearing a female accent. Like for instance, yesterday while Imani, so yesterday was Friday. Imani was over there in the corner. I don't know if you can see, but he likes to sit over there in the corner with a 2 bottle of water and look at his tablet. And I fell asleep yesterday early, like I did today. I woke up about 11:30. So I fell asleep around 8, woke up about 11:30. Then I fell, and then I went back to sleep, woke up around 2. So today I did the exact same thing. Fell asleep around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Woke up around now. I woke up now, and which is about, I think, going on 11. So anyway, when I woke up, Imani was on the tablet, and I heard like an accent over there, like some type of frequency over there where Imani was, where I was hearing someone say Dora, and it was a female accent, definitely Spanish accent. And it's, once again, I've heard this before. It's like as though they're like, you know how when you're trying to um, call on a lab experiment to do something. It's like Dora, Dora, and it's usually an African American male accent saying Dora. Like, it's like, for example, like when I started to tweet you, or text you, or tweet you, or send you an email, an African American male. This is I'm giving an example of truth. Might start saying Dora, like as though it's angry, and it's calling on some type of lab experiment, a weapon to do something. Now my dreams are still being manipulated, but not in the same manner. And then I noticed the Spanish female accent close and around Imani while he was over there on his tablet yesterday. It's so odd. Anyway, but and once again, I'm not accusing Dora that I work with. I work with a Mexican named Elena. At least I think she said that's what she said she was from, or she came from, I should say. Hamima. She's at least that's what she's. I think she said she was from Mexico. Lorena, who's from El Salvador. Um, um, a new employee named Lewis. Senegalese. I think, yeah, from Senegal, named Aliu. I think he said he's young. Oh, I mean, not young, but in high school. The other two Senegalese that I used to work with, or three Senegalese, all three of them went to go work for Whole Foods, the same Whole Foods that I stopped by um, to go to grocery shop almost every day. It was a female. Well, one, I think the female is from Gambia, and then the other two were from Senegal. I think, if I remember correctly, because when I go there, still to this day, I see the female. I don't know her name. I think I asked her name once because I got on her line to check out, and we just had a basic conversation. This is the longest conversation we pretty much ever had. I made sure that, because she wears a hijab, because those that imply to be connected to or practice Islam. And I remember when she first started working at Burger King, and she would just speak to me. I just sort of made it quick, and sometimes I wouldn't even say anything. I thought it was so odd. I was like, I could tell, because I've been around Gambians and Senegalese, and I could tell that she was from there. I was like, this is odd, because I was married to a Senegalese. Abbas, my son, father was from Senegal. So I just thought that it was so odd, and so many other odd situations happened, especially in connection to the United States Navy and Army in Annapolis, and they being so prevalent at Burger King. And I meant it, and a lot of times, let me just say this. I don't know if people might think that when you say United States Navy and Army, I know I did, for a while. Not just, I wasn't limited, but I didn't know how many other, like those that speak Spanish from Mexico and maybe South Central America, or look to be, are in the Navy and Army, but they are. And so you have a variety of people in the Navy and the Army, or I should say, males in the Navy and Army predominantly, not just pale skins and black. definitely there are those a large amount that are Spanish speaking that are in the Navy and Army. From the it looks like Mexico, um, I'm gonna hand this at you. And they've been, like I said, so when I say those from United States Navy and Army, police, come to Burger King's. There are some of the customers and the healthcare workers, they or imply to be healthcare workers or those that work at a hospital come to Burger King. I'm giving you, especially with the military, I'm definitely implying, I'm trying to give you a visual of not just black and white or African American and white. White is not a nationality, but this is just simple terms that people are most commonly familiar with. And African American, black, Negro is not a nationality. But also those that claim to be from Mexico or look to be from Mexico and South Central America. And also, so you can see the those that come into Burger King to purchase food. So nonetheless, anyway, so I just think it's odd because I've heard now in the past I have heard accents say door. When I go to Whole Foods, for example, there's I was thinking this is so odd. So many times there was this I I ended up telling him not to talk to me. It was this guy. He looked to be from South America, maybe El Salvador. I'm not sure. At Whole Foods, Whole Foods used to have this tree. I didn't know what kind of tree it was. It looked like it was wrapped. It had bird houses on it. I was like, because okay, Whole Foods sell plants, but this tree looks so odd, like some type of totem. I was like, I wouldn't spend money on that unless I was doing some type of witchcraft. But for whatever reason, it was there for a long time. But I remember because I was starting to tweet about those saying Birdman and Bird. Um, quite a bit, and the connection of the blacks and African Americans, and the Mongoloid that speak Spanish from South Central America, implying that there's some type of laboratory experiment with a demon spirit, an unclean spirit, called the Birdman or bird or controlling birds or has some type of bird DNA. It's just like I'm hearing the Mongoloid say werewolf, or an African American black Negro say brother like an animal, or hearing the black Negro females say I love your son, or she love your son like an animal, like some type of lab experiment. The pale skin saying three, like I'm literally sounding like like some type of lab experiment. But anyway, a Whole Foods sheet the way back the day, it was this like it looked like a totem, like something that you are some type of, how when you trying to represent or give honor to something. That's what it looked like. I was like, why? I know they're not selling. Are they selling this? And they used to be over there with the plants that they do sell. But after, oh, I mean, I'm not saying this is why it disappeared, but I haven't seen it in a while. I mean, I was tweeting about that, which say the Birdman quite a bit. And then one day it just disappeared. I didn't see it there no more. But there was this employee. It's like every time I would go down an aisle, I would see it or see him. He looked to be from El Salvador. I'm not sure, but El Salvador. Those from El Salvador, some of them are like really like complective. But he looked like he definitely could be from El Salvador or or South America. And I would go down. I would choose the aisle to go down, and he was just so happy to be in that aisle, or so. And I thought it was so odd. And then then I noticed he started speak to me, because I think I asked him, or I needed help, and he assisted me. But then I noticed he started to speak to me. I just told him, I was like, I was in one of the moods. I said, "Can you not talk to me?" And so what I do, he said, he said, okay, and then he just walked away. But I still noticed so odd. I mean, I could go down another owl, another owl, another, and there he is. It's like it's amazing because you would think he would know the thoughts of which aisle I was going down. This is at Whole Foods, the same Whole Foods I go to. Anyway, but getting that, what made me think of that is hearing that which say Dora, and a Spanish, which is predominantly, it's like an African American male acting like it's angry, calling on a weapon to cause harm, Islam. So I'm not accusing Dora that I work with. And after I did tell the not coworker, the worker at Whole Foods to not speak to me, because it was like, I just thought it was just too odd. I was like, I mean, how I went. This is I come here almost every day, and I go down different aisle, whatever, and there he is. Or he walking by, it's like, does he work on all the days I on all the days I go shopping? My goodness. And then he started to speak, and I was just like, can you not speak to me? And I was not in the best mood too, but he hasn't spoke, which has been well with me. So very, very, very well with me. But that totem or that tree, or it was it wasn't even a real. It had like some like a cord wrapped around it. Once again, Whole Foods, I guess they would say they sold it, but it hasn't been up in a while. I haven't seen anything like it either in a while. Anyway, so what I've been doing lately is studying thoughts, energy, and I just woke up. And I was hearing when I woke up, it's like I heard a Spanish male accent and an African American female accent. And my dream was manipulated, but I don't remember what it was. Right now, I got to a point where I sleep through the manipulation. It really doesn't affect me like it used to in the past. Maybe because I wasn't, because it was new. I never experienced such things before until I came to Annapolis, Islam. So until I came to Annapolis, to have it experience it as frequently as I have, I never experienced this such things until I came to Annapolis. So it's like a Spanish male accent saying no, like this. Definitely sound like possibly could be from Mexico. None, I don't know, but definitely some type of male lab freak, sounding very odd, close and around the room, along with the black Negro males and female accents. Sound like a lab freak, saying we need it too. Then I've heard them say put the machine on her, and it's literally and this is so odd. African American males will come around me with their cell phone in their hand. And when recently I was hearing somebody say the machine or put the machine on her. I don't know. It's like you know how you walk and you can hear different people talk or whatever. But African American males will come close to me or around me. For example, a few days ago I was in line at Whole Foods, and this black male came behind me, and this is actually probably like the second or third time I went to this person's line. The Gummian that used to work for Burger King that wears a hijab. I never got her name, or she maybe told me her name that one time I spoke with her at Whole Foods, but I don't remember. Still to the day, I don't remember her name. And anyway, she was checking me out. But as she was checking me out, a black male looked to be about 6'2", was standing in the same line behind me, and he was just looking into our conversation, like sort of, just how when you just watching, trying to see when I'm the right time to possibly, I don't know, maybe either trying to hear or whatever. So anyway, I was communicating with her, and she gave me this gift bag. that Whole Food was giving out to the customer, she said. And I looked there, I said, oh, and then sure enough, I was like, I was asking, I said, oh, this is nice, I don't think I want this. He said, oh, that's nothing. And he just started engaging and trying to talk. And I was like, because it was obvious he was waiting to engage, like some of them do. I mean, like many black males do. Like I could, they'll come, like today, a black male that comes into Burger King, as I was checking out with another cashier at Whole Foods. This cashier, I thought he said Mo, but I'm not sure. During my second transaction with him, after I finished one transaction that was split up into four, I went to go get some salad, came back, and I went to the same cashier. And it sounded like he said Mo, but I don't think, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. I didn't even question him. I was so tired. But I looked, and another black male that looked like that comes into Burger King was standing in the line behind me. Okay, but anyway, going back to that day with the Gambian cashier. So the black male tried to engage. This was just a few days ago, not very long. And then I just rolled my eyes in detest, because it was obvious that's what he was trying to do, wait to engage. And remind you, Whole Foods have cameras they can see everything. If I go to Whole Foods and I'm literally talking to myself and trying to, for whatever reason. So Whole Foods have many cameras, and the people, so there's different ways to monitor what's going on at the Whole Foods. And there's only one Whole Foods that I've gone to in Annapolis. I don't know if there's another Whole Foods here or not. Only gone to the same one that's on my path to and fro work, to and fro, formerly Extended Stay America, now Admiral Suites. Then after he did that, and I rolled my eyes, and because I was like, this is, because once again, the issue with the black Negro males, if females, but predominantly the black Negro males in Annapolis, is forced engagement, especially, and so it's not just those that apply to or are connected to the military, the Navy, and Army, but average black Negro male citizens. Like something is literally wrong with them. Like they are literally some type of deranged, what I would say bucks. like during those times where historians have recorded those that had property as humans as property, they claim, and called them bucks. They bred them as bucks. That's exactly how some of the black males, I would categorize them as behaving. Bucks. And then I rolled my eyes a few days back, in the test. Then the black male continued to try to communicate. I said, okay, that's the end of the communication with you, and I walked away. Okay, after it was enough. I didn't even respond when he started to try to tell me what's in the bag. Okay, I did not respond to him, but so he literally just interfered with the communication between me and the Gummian. Okay, I could tell that's what he was waiting to do, because you know how your peripheral vision, you see a person there just looking. That's exactly what I was experiencing. And then he continued to try to engage. After I finished the transaction, I said, that's enough communication. Don't talk to me. And I walked away. Islam. So, the word buck is definitely a more truthful identification and the reference of behavior to many of the black males here in Annapolis. And I'm just keeping it 100. So anyway, so when I would hear the Spanish male accent, literally it's some type of black male accent in the room, and black female accent in the room. like the black female accent is trying to sound like angry, like it's trying to show some form of authority. We need it or whatever. It definitely sounds like a lab freak, like a lab experiment. And I forgot what they called. They called the bucks, the female bucks, the females that would breed the bucks. During those they called during those times when they were they don't they say those times, but I'm telling you those times are these times still. um they would deliberately breed these bucks and females for reasons of slavery and work and other reasons. Never think of for weapons. You never think of weapons because they didn't use the words weapons. The historians, when they study the so-called those times in slavery, but I'm telling you, those times are these times. And so what I'm trying to think, what did they call the bucks, the females that bred the bucks, and slept with the bucks? There was a specific name they gave those females that they bred with the bucks, and then they made sure that the females had offsprings from the bucks, the black bucks. I can't remember, but I'll look it up maybe in time. So at this point now in my spirituality, I am practicing thoughts, and I am as a spiritual practitioner. I am definitely studying thoughts. I am literally taking thoughts and have literally made them into what they are in truth, energy, thoughts. Because unclean, unnatural, abomination spirits use thoughts. That's how so many on this landmass became what you would say in bondage with finances, health, and other diseases. And then thoughts are connected to energies, of emotions. So the unclean, unnatural, abomination spirits, first it starts with a thought of connection, and then also they'll use emotions, which is also another energy, or I want to say, what's the best word? Thought, and then an entity of energy. These are energies. That's the best description for it. So they separate. So you have energy, you have the emotions, and then you have thoughts that exist. And what the unclean, unnatural, abomination spirits have that is perceived to have mastered ways of manipulation of thoughts and emotions. And so with the manipulation of the energy field of thoughts and emotions, and remind you, she Dwayne Byfield Bay, this energy is connected to the spirits of earth and the cosmos. So when you're dealing with unclean, unnatural spirits, lab freaks, that are able to manipulate an energy of thought and emotions, which is connected to the frequency of planet Earth, the cosmos, and they're manipulating this outside of natural law, then you start to see how the disharmony affects planet Earth, and how she starts to in the cosmos, and how the energies and the spirits start to fight back. Islam. And with the eye to see, with those that can see, they know, they'll be able to see what planet Earth is communicating, and how she has gone to war. Islam. That's just keeping it 100. She has gone to war. She has gone to war in the cosmos, and it is no joke. That's what I'm trying to say. planet Earth, which is alive, she has gone to war. And she is not playing. But but those that think that they have this in a bag, like they got this, that's unclean, unnatural, and outside of natural law, they won't see it until their time is up. They're not supposed to see it. Planet Earth, she is at war. And she is not going to stop until she completely cleanse and destroy what is filth, unclean, and unnatural. That's outside natural law. And just by me saying that, it's like a spirit of truth resonated inside of me. And it feels great. And I'm so happy. So through the years, when you think of a war, you think of, I know I did, physical, because I wasn't connected to the spiritual. Definitely not with planet Earth being spiritual. And the spiritual aspects of energies inside of me that harmonizes with planet Earth and the universe. But this abuse of thoughts, which is energy, and emotions, has triggered and signaled war. And it is about to be a wonderful time. Islam. Anyway, that's all.